So I was out on the East Coast and decided to try this maritime Donair pizza, and man, was it good. So I decided to come home and try and recreate it. Okay, now we're going to make our sauce, and to do this I'm going to use some sweetened condensed milk. I'm going to add about half a can of this to a mixing bowl. That's about, oh, I don't know, 150 milliliters, something like that. Followed by the same amount of evaporated milk. Now you can just use sweetened condensed milk, but it's going to be really, really sweet, so that's the reason I mix them. Followed by some vinegar, and this is about 1/8 of a cup. And actually what this is going to do is it's going to just really thicken things up for us. And about a teaspoon of garlic powder, just to keep those nasty vampires away. And we'll just go ahead and mix this up. Oh, it's already starting to thicken up and be so good already. Now I should mention too, guys, that you can just use sweetened condensed milk and not evaporated, but it makes it really sweet, and that's why I combine them. And you want the viscosity, you know, something like this. You can add a bit more vinegar, but you don't want that taste of vinegar in there. Next up, I'm going to spray a baking or a pizza pan with some oil. You can do this on a floured surface too, but I find this easier. Lay a pre-made ball of pizza dough on, and we'll just kind of spread this out until we get the surface we want. Now here's the thing, guys, you can buy, you can make the pizza dough from scratch, but I find it just so much easier. For a couple of bucks, you can buy a couple of balls of frozen pizza dough, just as good, and it's ready to go. So that's usually what I do, but it's up to you. And just look at this, in a few minutes it just rolls out perfectly. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to poke a few holes in there so it doesn't dome up on me. Poking, poking, poking. Spoon up some of that ever so yummy, garlicky, creamy Donair sauce, put it into the center. I'm just going to swirl this out like a regular pizza sauce. You don't want too much of it, otherwise it's going to be, soggy. So just enough to lightly cover the bottom. Some shredded mozzarella, and it wouldn't even be remotely pizza without that gooey mozzarella. Some meat over the top of that. Now, traditionally Donair is made with ground beef, but I'm using pastrami here. I just like it. But you can basically, use any kind of meat you like, just as long as it's meat. I guess you don't even have to use meat, but anyway. Now this is going into a 450 degree Fahrenheit, 225 Celsius oven for about 11 to 15 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to start preparing our toppings, which is going to be onion and tomato. So I'm just going to slice up some tomato here. And of course, some onion. After about 11 minutes, guys, we are done. And just look at this. Doesn't that look spectacular? Woo! Just like from the pizzeria. I'm going to sprinkle some fresh onion over the top. Not too much, depending on your taste. Now, some people add the onion and tomato before they bake and bake it. I just don't like that. It just becomes too soggy. I like that, that freshness pop you get when it's fresh on the pizza. But it's up to you. Some of that tomato or tomato, and get a good tomato or tomato. Next, what's commonly done in the Maritimes, and it's totally optional, but some lettuce over the top, and I like it, extra pop of freshness. Some of that Donair sauce over top of everything, just to add that additional yummy, yummy, yumminess.
Wow.
And there you have it, my friends, our easiest, yummiest homemade pizza in the world, Donair style. Now, this is ours, guys, and this is theirs. I think we did a really good job. Okay, guys, let's cut into this and see what we have. Man, oh man, it's just like a pizza. Okay, let's try it here, guys, and see what we have. Okay, down the old hatch. This is so good, just the way I remember it on the East Coast in the Maritime. Guys, so easy, so simple. You've got to make this. Please make it and let us know what you think in the description below. Fantastic pizza. Donair pizza. Yum.